Oh, well, this is the last week I have to deal with this stupid thing. This is Digimon Ghost Game, my episode 42 review. And that's our stuff. Um, Different kind of setting, just, and it's sideways now. Because I'm actually getting proper freaking internet place. But, beside the point, spoiler warning, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Um, hmm. Yeah, this episode definitely took the Oni concept and ran with it far, far away. With not just two colors, but five. Um, but yeah, you know, episode cold opens with a girl getting chased. You know, he has to hoist up the red, confusing her because she doesn't and tries to run. You know, she's stabbed through his shoulder and well, we don't see what happens to her immediately, just that she's taken up in the sky. You know, so that's a good touch. Later on, well, not much later on, we get to happen to see uh, we happen to get to see the all six of the mains or whatever. Talking about it with one of them having been with Ruli leading the pack. Saying someone contact her about Omi and that Oni, not Omi, and then you know so Airdramon yet again makes an appearance as transport. And Jellymon yet again almost gets him kicked off. But they arrive just as the sun is setting. Appropriate spooky nighttime thing. Makes sense. They got it late in the evening. The events have only happened at night. Meet up with a person. Jellymon floats off first thing. Leaving Kiyoshiro without a party member. So the five in the main party plus the guest, split up, each having one Digimon with them. You know, uh, First encounter trouble is Kyo, Hiro, and Gamamon. Who run into a hologram ghost, uh, looking like an Oni. Saying "hoist up the red" again. you know, um, you know, he skips Hero, claims Gammon doesn't count because he's a Digimon, and goes after Kiyoshiro. Uh, Brief bit of scuffling later, Kyo accidentally ends up holding Hero's right jacket, and the Oni now stabs Hero through the shoulder and leaves a very distraught Gammamon. You know, we see what happened to the people. Hero gets shoved into a portal where he sees the people who were first there are starting to get turned flat into cloth. And all of them are merging. You know, Ruli's group then runs into them as group as well, and again, there's a brief scuffle and all that sort of stuff before Ruli activates her the field or whatever, saving the guest party member. And Goramon tries, doing that, but is told it doesn't count. She has three hounding after, one looking for yellow, one looking for blue, and one looking for black. As they and then gets surrounded. Kyo is on the phone and has figured out what's happened. After waking up for an integer overflow. Panicked, woke up from an integer overflow. Might have the events slightly mixed, but You know, uh, you know. Oh, early on, there's also an adorable scene when they meet the guests or whatever, where you know, uh, Gammon says that he's Hero's little brother, and the guest says, "City holograms are so neat." You know, although I'm still not sure that Gammon's actually fooling anyone. You know, that is one of the things. But you know, Kyo tells the bit of they're looking for someone wearing something as a game. You know, so she hugs Angoramon, who gets sympathy points from the Oni looking for yellow. You know, and that one leaves. She holds up the mirror case that she had, which is black. So the black one leaves, but she can't find anything that's blue. So she ends up stabbed through her shoulder. You know, and gets and she tries telling Kyo to follow her signal. Apparently the train effect blocks GPS. Who knew? You know, so it gets disabled. Its activation also and it warns Jellymon that something's wrong. You know, so she heads over there. Better late than never, I suppose. You know, you know. So Kyo is and the other three main party members, or whatever, reach there as Angoramon has to Simba and Goramon, who digivolved or whatever, have to watch really get shoved into the portal, and they arrive just as all the Oni arrive to compare which one has the longest string of humans. So they made King. Turns out it's Red, who mixes all of them together into one very long scarf, which all three Digimon try and fight back, but are being hard. Although Gammon refuses to give up, and there's a very sad bit where you can legitimately watch Gammon's mind and heart break. He throws himself again and again and again, each time growing more and more feral. For the final time, as I suspected, again, he digivolves on Dark digivolves on his own into Ghoulless Gammon. And straight up, no hold barred kills the Oni King, for taking Hero, which says things about the relationship and that sort of stuff. He then steals the colors from the other Onis, pretending like he killed them. At least I'm presuming he pretended he killed the others, because their colors fade and they vanish, and they vanish, like they disintegrated, or, like they're fading out, The scarf's that. The king gone, the scarf falls on the ground and turns into a bunch of humans, Hero and Ruli, wake up in time to see Ghoulless Gammon, devouring last two. Hero says, something about don't get, stop, don't get attached to, Hero calls out Ghoulless Gammon's name, and Ghoulless turns away from him and says, stop, don't get attached to these people, or takes a step forward, Hero stands there, and saying, I can't remember what, it was only 10 minutes ago and I've already forgotten. says things about my memory. The king is executed. The rest, that. Uh, you know, Gullis asks why Hero hasn't tried, you know, syncing up with him. You know, Hero takes a step forward and that sort of stuff. Probably, to approach and that sort of stuff. And Gullis goes, well, you've taken one step at least. Before going according to the sub, which I'm going to say is accurate. Well, see you, bro, and vanishing back into Gullis. Into regular a passed out regular Gamamon again. Looking over it, we see another dark prior main season Digimon. Main season main cast Digimon, dark sided, looking over the thing. I have no idea who it is. I expect the Digino or Based to know who the friggin' Digimon is. I couldn't figure it out. I just know it has yellow eyes and a red scarf like thingy. But there's several things that can be taken from this, however. Hold on, my drink. Yeah. The fact Hero was able to bring this is just theory, random crafting time, but the fact that Hero was able to, bring himself to kill that garbage Digimon, the undead Rareramon a few episodes back, because there was there was no way to save it. It had to be reincarnated. Seeing that there's might have been the step forward or the physical step or both. Here's willingness to confront that. The fact Gula specifically says, you have yet to sync up into me, specifically implies that, as I've guessed in theorizing comments, that Gulas is not actually a dark Digivolution. He's the darker, than the other, like losing color, losing luminance, going to black, But, again, the fact you mentioned syncing up into him implies that he's not actually a dark Digivolution. And every time Gulas is taking control, it's been to save someone. Even if the first time was a little off-putting, because Hero couldn't bring himself to deal with Gulas's, urges. But it's not the first time we've had a Digimon that's kind of dark and assassin-like or something like that. Again, if you think about it, Chromon from Digimon Savers or whatever, that partner, the entire line, or at least the first bit, the rookie form and I think maybe the champion form, are like assassins, those that deal stealthily, sneakily, and fast, Mm. Gulas is again shown he's a very strong champion, but he's also the natural evolution of Gamamon. The true natural evolution. You know, the fact Gulas also calls Hero brother, you know, see your bro and that sort of stuff. Plus, there might be a time limited bit on it, you know, until Hero accepts him, which will probably also disable the time limit on Kanos. You know, he has to willfully accept Gulas. That there's a darker side. One willing to kill inside Gammon. If the purpose is right. All three times Gulas has shown up, the one being killed has deserved it. Again, the first time, there was an executioner, a serial killer, of Digimon. No remorse, pure psychopath. Not even a sociopath, just a psychopath. The second time, we had a Digimon going around eating humans' brains while they were still alive, or were just alive. Also a serial killer. And this third time, well, if Gulas hadn't done what he did, by killing the Oni King, and soon, their Hero and the rest probably might have permanently died. As the curse merging took hold, further and further. Also, as for the other Oni, he freaked him out. He scared him pantsless. But at the end, we can see four of them. I think we can see four of them. Talking about the Jet Black champion and that sort of stuff as a ghost around the corner, which implies that Gulas probably didn't kill them. Either that or they're ghosts, literal ghosts. One of the two. Again, this thing's kind of implied that human and Digimon go to the same afterlife, their spirits or whatever, or at least they're very similar. We're not entirely sure, but in any case, if he didn't kill them, it implies he just freaked them out really badly by stealing their color. Draining them of their powers. And more or less going, don't do this again, or I will have to kill you. Which shows restraint. There might have been 5. If there was, the Oni King, the red one, he also got depowered and freaked out. But it was a great warning shot. All that sort of stuff. Was there anything else? Next episode looks interesting. Bunch of eyes and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's my theories, my review and all that sort of stuff. This is almost as long as the episode itself. But yeah, again, things are looking. Can't wait till we next see Gulas again, because it is definitely building up. At least that part to our hero willfully, is sync up mechanism brings out Gulas. You because again, the first time, it was Gamelon's desire to save himself, and you know, perform vengeance on for avenge actually, you know, a Bokomon. I think it's Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon. You know, you know, which cracked his innocence and that sort of stuff. You know, the second time it was to save himself, and because well, Hero cared and was calling out. You know, you know, and this third time, well, again, it's been you know, in this case, it was to save Hero. You know, Ghoulish is that to use a phrasing from a story I once read. Ghoulish is that loner kid that hangs out at the edge of the group, you know, with an both wanting to be part of it and with an armor sandpaper to try and keep people out. You know, it, you know, you know, you know, you know, not evil, just pragmatic. You know, and the more here understands that you just can't save everyone. You know, a closer I think they're going to be to syncing up. You know, there's some people you just can't save. You know, you know, to prevent more bloodshed, sometimes you have to kill the serial killer. You know, if you are able to. You know, it's not a happy lesson. It's not a nice lesson, but it's a necessary one. You know, but that's just my thoughts and all that sort of stuff. It was a fun episode. You know, it was a solid episode. It moved plots forward some degree, slowly, but we did get that. The main plot was also nice. You know, nice twist on the red and blue Oni by having 5 colors instead of just 2. 7, 8 out of 10. Good or great. You know. Well, in any case, that is everything. Have a good night, everyone. Or day. Or whenever it is. And also, please subscribe and like and all that sort of stuff if you want to. Okay. Have a good day.